While some people prefer their private jets to be simple, one of the world's wealthiest men does not. The Sultan of Brunei's Boeing is opulent in every way. These include solid gold wash basins in the bathrooms and gold and crystal accents in nearly every room. The plane has a large master bedroom and plush seating areas, all of which are adorned with his signature gold plating. This wealthy aviation enthusiast currently owns a fleet of luxury planes, including a Boeing 767 and 2 Airbus A340s. Welcome to Planet Lux, and in this video we'll take a look at the Sultan of Brunei's Boeing 747-430 private plane. Curious to know? Let's find out. Not everyone was born with a silver spoon in their mouth. Some kids drank oil instead of milk from their feeding bottles. The Sultan of Brunei is one such lucky person. He was once the world's richest man, a title he held until the early 1980s, and he remains one of the most eccentric one-percenters. His eccentricity is likely compounded by the fact that he is the world's second longest reigning monarch after Queen Elizabeth II, as well as one of the world's last absolute monarchs. The Sultan of Brunei is estimated to be worth $20 billion to $40 billion, and he spends a large portion of his oil-produced wealth on motorized indulgences. He has the world's largest private car collection with over 7,000 items, the world's largest Rolls-Royce collection, and the world's most expensive royal car, which is also a Rolls-Royce, the Silver Spur 2, which he decked out in 24-karat gold for his wedding day. He owns an entire fleet of wide-body jumbo jets, as well as the world's most expensive private jet. He owns the world's largest family residence, though this claim has been challenged. Everything about the Sultan is a world record, right down to his given name, which could be the world's longest. The Sultan is Hassan al-Bolkiah ibn Omar al-Saifuddin III, who has reigned for 55 years. The Sultan of Brunei owns the Boeing 747-400, known as the Floating Palace. We could go on, but the bottom line is that the term opulence was most likely coined in reference to the Sultan. A good example is the Floating Palace, a custom Boeing 747-400 he obtained a little more than a decade ago, which remains unrivaled in terms of cost and outrageousness. A new Boeing 747-400 costs around $260 million today, but depending on which report you believe, the Sultan paid between $100 million to $400 million for his when he purchased it. He then added another $120 million to customize it, which included gold plating, Lily crystal, hardwood floors, and custom carpets. Because this is a government official's private jet, few details about it have been made public. However, the images that have been released paint a very clear picture. The jet is worthy of the name, providing incredible comfort and luxury to the Sultan and a large entourage. It includes a remote-controlled private office, a master bedroom with en-suite bathrooms, a formal dining room with custom tableware and glasses with removable sterling silver bases, a conference room, and several lounge-like areas. There must be something about dictators and absolute rulers of other denominations that makes them believe their feces are too valuable to be flushed down a standard porcelain toilet bowl. Shakespeare believed that a rose by any other name would be just as sweet, but only gold will do in this case. The Sultan is no exception, and the bathrooms on his floating palace are either solid gold or gold-plated, right down to the fixtures and wash basins. Given that the 747-400, an updated variant of the Boeing 747, can seat up to 416 passengers in a 3-class layout, let's just say the Sultan has some flying real estate. And is just one of the Sultan's many planes, albeit the crown jewel. He also owns a Boeing 767-200, an Airbus A340-200, and at least 2 Sikorsky helicopters. When flying internationally, he is said to prefer the 747-400. He travels internationally frequently, and this floating palace is ideal for long flights. A standard 747-400 has a range of 13,450 kilometers, but because it has extra fuel tanks, it can easily exceed 15,000 kilometers. Mark Frauenfelder of Boeing describes it as the set from the original Star Trek as reimagined by an H.R. Geiger on happy pills. And why not if you can afford it and enjoy it? By the way, if you're watching us for the first time, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you can enjoy our future videos while getting updated. Getting back to the topic, The Boeing 747-400, a development of the Boeing 747-300, features an increased wingspan, more powerful engines, and the most up-to-date in-flight entertainment systems. The B747-400, best known as the world's fastest commercial jetliner, has a partial double-deck configuration that can carry up to 660 passengers. The Boeing 747-400 has an hourly rental rate of around $30,950. The iconic Boeing 747 has been in production since 1968, making it one of the longest-running wide-body aircraft in the world. With 1,500 Boeing 747s still in service as of 2015, this wide-body plane has become synonymous with international travel. The Boeing 747 is a large wide-body airliner with 4 engines mounted on the wings. Its wings have a high sweep angle of 37.5 degrees, allowing it to cruise at a fast and efficient Mach 0.84 to 0.88, depending on the variant. The sweep also shortens the 747's wingspan, allowing it to use existing hangars. It has a seating capacity of over 366 people in economy class and 2x3x2 layout in first class on the main deck. The upper deck has a 3x3 seat configuration in economy class and 2x2 configuration in the first class. The cockpit creates a hum by being elevated above the main deck. On freight variants, the raised cockpit allows for cargo loading from the front. The upper deck behind the cockpit has room for a lounge and/or additional seating. The stretched upper deck became an option on the 747-100B variant and later became standard on the 747-300. The 747-8's upper deck was more stretched. The 747 cockpit roof section also includes an escape hatch through which crew members can exit during an emergency if they are unable to do so through the cabin. Boeing has expanded the 747 family line since 1968 to include several variants with varying cabin sizes, performance, and features. They also designed a freight model with an easy-access nose door. This aircraft is still in service with numerous governments and airlines, and it is currently serving as Air Force One of the United States government. There are 2 decks, lounge areas, and piano bars. Those were the standard luxury amenities that distinguished one airliner from another during a time when prices were fixed but service was not. Over the years, the Boeing 747 has evolved from customer-focused amenities such as piano bars, smoking lounges, and onboard lounges to high-density seating, with most airlines prioritizing getting as many passengers on board as possible. The boxy designs of the 1960s and 1970s have given way to the sleek, elegant interiors of today, complete with accent lighting, expanded overhead bin space, and personal entertainment systems. Despite the fact that the Boeing 747 has evolved several times over the years, the aircraft remains synonymous with luxury and exotic far-flung travel. Depending on the variant and configuration, the cabin can accommodate between 412 and 605 passengers. With a maximum max speed of 0.92 or 614 miles per hour, the Boeing 747 is one of the world's fastest airliners. The 747-400 has a massive maximum takeoff weight of 875,000 pounds, and the freighter variant has a massive maximum takeoff weight of 987,000 pounds. The 747's range is comparable to that of its younger sister, 777, with a maximum range ranging from 6,100 to 9,200 depending on the variant. The Sultan also has a large fleet of wide-body jets at his disposal, including 2 Airbus A340s and a 767, but the Boeing 747-430 is his largest aircraft. Given Brunei's oil wealth, we suspect the Sultan is unconcerned about fuel efficiency or the cost of running such a fleet. And with that being said, it's time to end our video, but before that, we'd like to know your thoughts about this private Boeing 747-430 plane. Let us know in the comments. Like this video and make sure to subscribe to the channel for more amazing videos like this. We'll see you in the next video.